Haha, this time I actually have my shit prepared. So I posted immediately to what's it called? Twitter and Tumblr. Look at me. I'm fucking moving up in the world, brother. Oh, Jesus Murphy, bro. You know, I was feeling real emo yesterday. I'm still kind of like still reeling like a little bit from it, a little bit like, oh man. But I feel a lot better today. Had a good sleep. Drinking my coffee. Why did I? I really just go ahead and ruin normal words. That's okay. I mean, what does anyone fucking expect from me at this point? I'm so quirky, Just such a. I'm not like other streamers. I don't know what that even means. I don't fucking even watch streamers, so it's a real challenge because sometimes I watch streamers and all they do is really like scream at the microphone and like, okay, look, oh, this sounds like really pretentious and horrible. I don't mean to sound pretentious and horrible, even though that's how it's coming off. I know that streamers, it takes a lot of skill and time and confidence and shit to be a streamer and whatever. But when I see them just scream at camera or whatever and they have big audience, I'm just like, do people like it when people scream at camera? Cause that like it stresses me out. It really does stress me out. And when I see someone like genuinely rage, that also stresses me out. That's why I haven't played video games on my what is this called, channel on my Twitch? I don't know. But it's coming. I bought the Halo Master Chief collection mostly because Steam wouldn't let me just buy Halo 3 for some reason. So I had to buy all the Halos, which is okay because according to my brother, we used to play Halo 1 a lot, but I only really remember Halo 3. So I'm not really. I think that's the one I played where we played like online, like Xbox Live, and we never fucking played with chat because why would you talk to random like 12-year-olds online? That's weird. So my brother never did that, but I would piggyback off his profile because you could have guests and shit. I'm pretty sure I talked about this already, but it's fine. And we would play Xbox Live matches a bunch, and I'd play with him and his friends pretty much, and it was really fun. I had a great time. So I was like, I wish to play Halo again. And I won't play live because I'm scared of children. I don't want children to verbally abuse me, especially on stream, because I'd be like, what the fuck is happening? And I honestly don't even know if anyone like plays Halo Online or anything anymore. But I want to play it for the storyline just because it's fun. And I love like first person shooters and stuff. And I don't know why Halo like sticks out so much. Like I really love Borderlands, but I like Borderlands 1 the most because I think Borderlands 2, it got too like story heavy and like dialogue heavy, and I didn't really like that. I was like, I just want to go fucking like do missions and shoot shit. I don't really care about the story that much. So that's, it's still fun, but like Borderlands 1, I think I played through several times to the end. But Borderlands 2 I've only played through once because I got bored just because there's so much dialogue and it's so story heavy. And generally in RPGs, I love story. I love like cutscenes and character shit. But Borderlands 2, I was like, I don't care. Like I know they set up the characters in Borderlands 1, but did they? Or like they introduced them. They hardly even set them up in Borderlands 1. You just played as them. And then when like Borderlands 2 came around, they were like, "Oh, these characters from the first game are gonna be NPCs in the second game." I was like, I don't really care though. Like I loved playing Mordecai, but doesn't mean I really care about Mordecai that much. But it is what it is. I still had fun playing Borderlands 2 the first time through, and then I played the pre-sequel, I think, and that one was pretty fun. I don't think I beat it. I got pretty close, but I didn't beat it. But yeah, I love FPS games. I don't know if I'm good at them. I just have, it's really fun though, especially when you play with the team. Oh my god, so much fun. I don't like PvP. I like PvE mostly because I feel like other players are too good, and I'm just well, I'm probably just expecting people to be way too good at games generally, because you know most of the time when I see like clips of people playing like Valorant or whatever, they're like cracked, and I'm like, oh, I don't want to play against that. That sounds horrible. But I'm guessing like a lot of people are just like mid, or just like casuals, and then there's the people who are like really fucking cracked and really like good at games and shit. And I'm like, can't relate. I'm good at V Rising. That's it. I love V Rising. That's another game I want to play on stream, and probably Bloodborne. I think I'm okay at Bloodborne. I'm very dedicated to the game, at least, and I've beaten it a few times. So, and I still want to try and I want to do a strength playthrough, just because I feel like a strength playthrough is like the easiest, like no brain needed playthrough style. Don't have to parry, don't have to do anything except hit shit. And I'm like, I kind of fuck with that though, you know? Because my first playthrough was a skill playthrough, and the second playthrough was an arcane build. And I went in on my arcane build. I went through all the fucking chalice dungeons. I got to like Queen Yarnum. I don't think I did the last is it Thumerian? I don't remember. I don't think I did the very last I don't remember if it was like the weird fetid dungeon or whatever. But I think you can fight Ebrietas at the end or something. I think she's one of the bosses. I don't think I got to that one. I think I stopped after Queen Yarnum, because I just felt like, okay, I have all the gems I want and all the gems I need. I'm done. So I know that like mining gems is mostly for PvP, and I hate PvP. I'm shit at PvP. People just fucking roll in and murk me, and I'm like, I don't want you to ruin my game right now. I'm trying to play game with my friend. We are on co-op. Can you not just roll in here and murder me, please? I'm fucking begging you, random man. Because it's like the cursed blood gems or whatever. They're like really fucking OP, but then they drain your health and stuff. And then I think the poison ones are more suitable for PvP. I don't really remember, but I don't need that, you know. And when you're just playing like a storyline or whatever, or in the world, away from the PvP areas, because I know people can just like invade your fucking shit whenever, but there's like those few areas like Mensis and stuff where PvP is like much more common, and like, you know, fuckers get pulled in. It's really annoying. From the bell bitches or whatever they're called. And I hate it. I hate it so much. Playing offline, much more fun for Bloodborne, in my opinion. But yeah, the cursed bloodstones they're not very useful in the open world. So I kind of stopped mining after a while, because I was just like, I have so many arcane bloodstones. I think I'm good to go forever and ever. I think I decked out 3 weapons or something, and I didn't really need anything beyond that. I had like an arcane, like a pure arcane weapon, and then, you know, fire and lightning. It was fun. I had a good time with that weapon set. And then also just using like magic bullshit and like cheesing bosses was really fun. Oh my god, it was such a fun run. And then I tried to do, what's it called, the like blood tinge build. Fuck that. It's so hard. How do people do it? Like, you have to like just be really good and patient. And I tried to just speed run to the Castle Canehurst, but like I couldn't even get into the fucking castle properly. All the shit outside just kept murking me because my damage output was so garbage, because all I was doing was trying to shoot shit, and oh my god. I just wanted to get the cool blood weapons, like the Dakuo, even though I don't think that was a blood-based weapon. I don't really remember though. But yeah, Bloodborne would be voice crack. Bloodborne would be really fun to play on stream, I think. Oh, I should open like a new window so that I can be seen what I am working on. Most excellent. Oh my god, so sleepy. Also decided to start like being old person and looking for like prints to put on my wall, because in my bedroom there's like not really much anime stuff in there. I saved that for my office. It's mostly just like, you know, aesthetic plant shit and whatever. So then I kind of realized like, oh yeah, plants are supposed to also be decorations, right? So I was like, oh man, I need to find some cool decorations, or excuse me, oh my goodness, for my for my room. Oh shit, I totally forgot. I found this cup. And I think it is the it's like the greatest thing I've ever seen in my life. I love it so much. It is like, why? I really want it. If it was a little bit smaller, I'd probably get it, but oh my god, it's so fucking funny. I just love dumb shit like that, you know? What was it? Like, there's some like really cool art prints that I think I'm gonna get. Yeah, they're like these. Oh, my bad. They're like these, and I think they're really neat. Frog, yes, exactly, bro. I love the fucking frog mug. It's so fucking funny to me. Yeah, I'm probably gonna get these. Sorry, I'm just talking about decorating my room because I'm a geezer now, bro. I'm just, you know, it cannot be helped. At some point, you get into this point at being an adult where you're just like, I need to buy some prints from a small artist, and then I also need to buy this mug of a frog singing with moons over him because it's my aesthetic and I need it to be a happy, competent adult, you know? That's the vibe. And we all reached that point, I think. And oh shit, my fucking Photoshop is... Of course it froze, because why would it not freeze? There we go. But yeah, I want more of those like frog things. I don't know where to get them, or like who I have to hunt down to be like, give me your frog shit. Okay, that sounds like not great, but you can give me your frog content and give me your frog goods. I enjoy them greatly. Makes me quite happy, bro. But I hope you are having a good day. Oh god, here we go. Dandelion Shybrid. I think I said that right. We will see. Yeah, it's pretty early here. I don't really think I was gonna like pop in or whatever. I was like, I just want to stream. I just want to keep going. I streamed a little bit yesterday when I wasn't supposed to be streaming, and now I'm like, oh shit, my sister's gone. She took the dogs. I'm not gonna get interrupted every 45 seconds with dogs screaming in the background. Now is the time to stream. It might be 7:51 in the morning, but now is the fucking time to stream. And honestly, I do like streaming in the morning a lot more because I have more energy, which is like kind of weird because I'm an early riser. Okay, I'm like an old person, but like I love that for me because I don't like staying up late, which I think most of my ilk, my kind, they love staying up late, and I can't relate because I'm just like so tired all the time and working a full-time job. Oh my god. And plus, like, it's kind of fun because like then if people are getting ready for work or something, they can like, if they're interested, they can pop in on the stream and just like, you know, have someone to like listen to prattle on about random shit for like forever while they get ready for work or like get ready for school or something. And I'm just like, yeah, I want to provide that experience. I'd love to do like just chatting or like Zatstan or whatever with like just coffee and everything in the morning. But I know that people don't wake up in the morning, or people who are like in their 20s or whatever generally do not want to wake up early. And I'm just like, you're missing out, you guys. It's really nice and quiet in the morning. People aren't being that annoying. They're all like fucking off to work and shit. The mornings are great. And I know that I talked to some like show writers and stuff, and they were like, yeah, morning is like zen time. Oh my god, especially in the summer. Oh, I cannot wait for summer and spring. I'm usually not really like, I don't really like the heat because I'm a fall baby. You know what I mean? A little autumn child over here. And yet, now that I'm like getting old, or like I spiritually feel old. I'm only 25, but I spiritually feel tired and beat down by life and old. I just really want the sun. I just want it to be warm. Not like sweltering hot, like when we got a heat wave that was like 50 degrees Celsius. And I don't want that. That's fucking ridiculous. But I want it to be like a nice like 20 degrees, because I enjoy fall fashion and I enjoy the feeling of fall and things being cold, but I just fucking want the sun. I don't want to worry about if my plants are too cold. I just want it to be nice and sunny so I can photosynthesize with my green leafy children, you know what I mean? Cuz goddamn, seasonal like depression is so real. And I didn't realize that I had it until like we randomly got this little burst of sunlight for like one day. It was just clear skies, really sunny, really beautiful out. And then I felt like so good and like so nostalgic for spring suddenly. And I don't know if other people experience that, but I was just like, holy shit, I'm alive. I feel so much better now that I've been in the sun for a few seconds. And now it's like doom and gloom because it's like the middle of winter still. And I'm just so emo again. I'm like, oh, I didn't realize how like sad and tired and drained I was until like the sun refused to come back out, you know? And so now I just like have to turn on all these like freaking LED lights I have to emulate the sun because I'm just fucking dying. I just want it to be light out again. Oh yeah, and in spring, all the plant stores get like really big restocks of stuff. You know, like they're already starting to get restocks, but we could have like I could have so many plants, bro, in the spring. I'm so excited. I'm so excited for spring, especially now that like I actually have the hobby of like taking care of plants and shit. And I just I just want it to be nice and warm out, but you know how it be. You know how it do with the do and the do, yo. You know what I mean. Oh yes, and I am like redoing my fucking VTuber PNG tuber bullshit thingy like the 7 billionth time. Cause it's so hard, bro. It's like, do I like vibe with this character? Do I resonate with my character? And I feel like going the fucking little cutesy route is not working for me personally. And I just feel like when I look at this annoying like brat version, I'm just like, oh yes, that's much more relatable. And even my friend was like, oh, it looks more like much more bratty and smug. And I'm like, yeah, that's kind of like, that's kind of the vibe I fuck with. Cause I totally forgot that, there are like the quote unquote adult models or whatever, and I was like, oh shit, I could just do that, instead of having this little cutesy model. Cause I was like, I don't know why I was so dead set on it for the longest time. But now I'm like, no, I have to go with like the more adult tomboy kind of look, I think. Cause goddamn, I do not match the ooh woo cutesy type at all. I'm too annoying for that, and that's okay. I appreciate that. Put the eyes back. It looks terrifying. There we go. I can appreciate that I am just big tomboy energy, and I will live and die by that. And I'm always tired. I'm always complaining about how tired I am. So this is the vibe. This is the energy I gotta go with, you know? And that's cool with me. Because I feel like, not that I really care that much, and I don't mean like, ugh, who fucking even cares? It's more like, it's not, whatever. It's not really a big deal. There's like a lot of very like cutesy streamers, I guess, when they go like VTube style. If that makes sense. And so I'm like, I think maybe subliminally, I was like, oh, is that like kind of what I should do? And I think I was kind of like into that for a while. And then I just realized this is very much not me. It's not my style. I am just like annoying tomboy style. So this works a lot better, I think. And yeah, there's not that many. I feel like there's not so many tomboy VTubers, but I'm also just not very like, I'm not in tune with the indie VTubers too much, I don't think. But I don't know, I feel like, oh goodness, I feel like it's good to be a tomboy, you know? And it's fun. And I don't know, I just enjoy my like tomboy roots, I suppose. I was raised in a very, even though my mom was a model and stuff, I was raised in a very like, I guess God, how do I explain this? This is kind of hard. I was raised in a very like mask way, I guess, or like very tomboy sort of way. Yeah, my mom was a model and she liked her girly things, but she like wasn't that girly. She's very like outdoorsy and kind of rough and tumble and stuff. And then my dad was like, you know, he always gets mad when I call him a mechanic, so I can't call him a mechanic. He made engines for people, right? And we always went up to our cabin and shit, and then we would like, you know, catch frogs. We would go fishing. And like my version of fishing was sitting on the edge of the dock and sticking a net in the water, you know, and catching little minnows and smelts and shit. I would rather like perish than go out and actually fish on a boat. It sounds so fucking boring. To me, it sounds boring. But I know there's like a meditative quality and aspect to it. And I'm also just shit at fishing because I remember my friend, her family was really big, or his family was really big into fishing. And we went out fishing and I was just terrible and I kept getting my line tangled with other people's lines. And I was like, you know, I'm just going to sit here and just be happy to be here because I'm ruining things. I'm like this 13-year-old little brat child who is accidentally crossing lines because I don't know how to fish. So I'm just going to stay out of it. Okay? Thank you. But I do understand there's like a big meditative aspect to it. But yeah, I guess I just really grew up sorry. I grew up being like really like outdoorsy and shit, you know? And very like out in the forest. And back in my day, I didn't really play video games when I was a kid. I started playing them in like middle school. Excuse me. But before that, me and my friends would build forts and like fight each other with sticks and beat each other up, you know? That's the way I grew up. And just being like very outdoorsy and woodsy. And like we would buy throwing knives and other kind of knives. And we would bring them to the cabin and we'd shoot pellet guns and stuff. It was fun. I had a good time. And that, I guess that, and then, oh, but then my dad got my parents split, and my dad got a girlfriend who is like very very feminine, like very girly, likes like the girly stuff a lot, like getting nails done, getting hair done, different makeup and everything, and yeah, and that was like whiplash, because I've been so used to my mom just being like not that, basically. So to have a hyper feminine mother figure kind of come into the picture, I was very taken aback. Not in a bad way. I was just very not used to it, which is totally fine. Because honestly, I think with having her around, I kind of like embraced, or I felt more comfortable maybe embracing feminine qualities about myself and stuff, which is cool. Because I do bounce between wanting to be very masc and wanting to be very feminine. And usually the maskness only like bends to tomboy, but sometimes it goes like, I want to be a man. And it can be it's very distressing sometimes, but I think through having my dad's girlfriend around, and her daughter is also very girly too. Through having them around, I've been like, oh, it's cool to, like, femininity is like cool, you know, and I can get behind it, and I can kind of express that and not feel so weird because there's other people around who are like that. And I know at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter if other people are around, because I should be able to express that part of me without any judgment or fear of judgment, blah, blah, blah. But it always feels really weird for me to express that in front of my father, you know what I mean? Because like I heard the way that he used to talk about women and stuff, and I think it's also just I don't know if it's traumatized, but I'm kind of sickened or grossed out by all the weird men that I've met who have just done and said weird shit on sky trains and shit, and just made me feel really uncomfortable. And I think part of me just thinks being feminine or womanly or whatever is like dangerous, because people are so fucking unhinged when it comes to women, and it's really scary to me. Doesn't help that I watch a lot of true crime. But like for real, I feel it just feels dangerous to, oh no, where'd it go? To be, oh shit, can you stop fucking doing that, you idiot? It just feels very dangerous sometimes to want to be feminine, because I think a lot of time I really like heels, right? I don't wear them a lot though. They're kind of uncomfortable. B, I always think, well, if I have to run away from somebody, I can't run that fast in heels. Which is like, it's kind of a fucked up thing to think. But it is something I take into consideration. It's like, where am I going? Am I gonna have to run from people? Because, you know, people are fucking scary, and I don't fuck with them. And I've had enough very unsettling encounters with people on sky trains and shit, and it freaks me out to like no end. And so I think part of me is kind of just thinking, well, why would you dress feminine when it just kind of puts a target on you, you know? And people are like so much quicker to approach you and to talk to you if you look good and stuff. And I think that always kind of just freaked me out, honestly. Cause yeah, I get it, people are fucking scary and creepy, especially where I live, because I live near like a bigger city. And I don't know, it's just I've had multiple instances of guys lean out of cars and catcall and stuff, and it scares me. Like genuinely, I'm just like, oh god, if I ignore them, are they gonna pull over? And if I say something back and flip them the bird, are they gonna pull over? And so I just have to watch the car and kind of calculate what the fuck is going on, cause You never know. You always do something wrong when you're on the receiving end of something like that. And not a great feeling to feel like, uh-oh, no matter what I do, I'm fucked here. Difficult, brother. And like, it still happens to me now. And like, I think one of the worst things is it still happens when I'm not even like dressed nice or like looking nice. I just am like a frumpy little burrito going out to the post office or something. And then it still happens. And I just feel as though there's no way to escape that shit. And it's so annoying. It's so sad. Because I remember hearing this one, I think it was a true crime YouTube channel, whatever, just being like, yeah, you know, for minorities and women, you pretty much risk your lives every day just by going outside. And I thought about it, and I thought, this dude's fucking right, you know? Like, it's very stressful to think, oh god, I have to go outside. Will I make it back? So stressful and kind of scary. But, you know, usually it works out. Sometimes very sketch things will happen. But at the end of the day, I've been mostly okay. However, there are a bunch of, or not a bunch, but there is a very old, very prominent missing persons poster by one of the SkyTrains that I use a lot. And it's just this young lady, probably about my age, got like kidnapped and is missing. And it makes me very, very nervous that, because it feels so far away, especially in this day and age. I feel like for some reason my brain just thinks, oh, that's not something that happens anymore. But no, it totally is something that happens, you know? And that's so scary. And just to think people can do that to somebody else is also very terrifying in its own right. Because it could be your neighbor or some shit. It could be anybody close to you. And like, usually murders, I think 60% of murders are committed by people who knew the victim. And I just think, what the fuck, you know? Like, can we stop can we not murder each other for stupid shit? Like when generally it's men's. When men's kill their significant other instead of getting a divorce. Because they think, oh, it's too shameful to get divorced. Okay, then how is fucking killing somebody, like ending their fucking life, how is that any better than, how is that better than getting a divorce? Is it less shameful? I don't think your God would be like, oh, that's fine. Yeah, just, that's cool. Getting a divorce is bad, but murdering your significant other, that's okay. That's totally fine, bro. No, what the fuck? People got it so fucking twisted. It's so fucking scary, man. I don't know if that's only religion. I hope, like, I know that there's like, I know that there are like religious folks who are not like that, which is great. We love to see it. I'm personally not a huge fan of organized religion. I think it's a little bit spooky. A little bit spooky. Me, personally. A little bit culty. That's okay. You do you. I'm not gonna judge. But yeah. I know there are people who are religious and totally normal and totally chill. But I'm just like, where are you? Okay. Anyway, that's my rant, I suppose. Oh, I'm tired. Mhm. Oh shit, there's also this cool trailer that I narrated. The one of the characters in it. I narrated it and like felt like I was going somewhere with that. Oh yeah, but I don't know if I'm allowed to talk about it yet. So I kind of just been sitting here. Because if my name pops up in any credits, I'm allowed to be like, oh, that's me. I did that one. But it hasn't done that yet, which I understand. Like they don't really put credits in the trailer, right? So I'm just, ooh, I really want to show off that I did the thing, but I don't know if I'm allowed to do that just yet. But then it's like, I don't think it's very NDA breaking to be like, oh, this thing came out and I was part of it, brother. But we will see. I might ask my agent, like, hey, can I do this? Can I talk about this yet? Maybe she could talk to the jabronis over at the place and be like, hey, can this tiny idiot talk about this yet? And hopefully they'll be like, oh yeah, of course, go ahead. They did a live stream talking about the alpha trailer, but one of the guys' mics were so bad that I couldn't focus on what they were saying in the live stream, and I had to like click off. It was just like it was that instance of it was artifacting as he was talking, and it was happening live, and somehow, even though I could barely understand what the fuck he was talking about, the other guys on the panel were like, oh yeah, so in regards to that, and I'm just sitting there thinking, how did you understand that, bro? You're amazing. You're a better human than I. But also, if you do a live stream, why is your like quality so shit? And why are you artifacting in real time, bro? I know not. I know. I don't know. I do also worry that like my streams do that sometimes too, but I don't think they do, which is nice. Oh my god, I also ended up buying more plants. The problem. Do I care? Not really, but it is definitely a thing that I've committed to. I don't even know why. Actually, no, I do know why. Cause it's just nice to take care of something and to, you know, vibe with a bunch of green plants, and they're all like air purifying and shit too. Oh, I need to take my medication, bro. Which is nice, you know? Mm. The power of Adderall. May it wake my tired ass up. It is so exhausting having to wake up at like 4 in the morning to go take the dogs out to pee every single day. I cannot think of a more exhausting thing that I have experienced besides being like an estate executor. That shit sucked. But regardless, regardless, these days, it's so tiring, and potty training isn't even fucking working for our puppy. She's like, why would I, you know, hold my pee when I can just pee on the ground right here? And I'm just, ooh, I'm the one who's always home with her. So I am so fucking frustrated and stressed out because potty train is not working, and I don't know why. Cause we've never had this problem with any other dog before. So it's just this big mystery of why don't you fucking get it? And trying to figure out why she is the way that she is. Basically. A bad time. Oh, what if I like kind of tried to make this look like Hades a little bit? That'd be really cool, I think. I don't know if I have. Do I have the? I think I had Hades reference stuff. Hades portraits. Yeah. Nice. Mm-hmm. All of it's like very like thick black shading, which is cool. I do like that, just like the solid black. Very nice, very stylized. That would be cool to have. Also, I want to bump the contrast. Yeah, that looks nicer. That was too like dusty looking, I think. Want to be more vivid and nice. Okie dokie. Okay, I should make like a this be like black shading. I think that'll look cool. I just have to be kind of careful about not overdoing it. No, I like that. I think that's kind of neat. I didn't really want to do line art, and I didn't really want to paint it this time. The last few times I tried to paint my model, I got like bored or I overdid it or something. But this time, I'm just trying to like. I also just think that the like cell shaded look is really cool too. So, like that look, I think that looks pretty cool. Ooh, I like that. Okay, I want to work on the head a little bit. I think. These are the eyes. What is that? What is happening here? Oh. Is it like, oh, I see. Okay. Okay, no problem. The jar? Nice, okay. Color. I think for here, probably gonna maybe make it a different color for the, don't do that. I didn't ask for that. No, not multiply. I want like, let's go linear dodge maybe. Okay, I get it. Oh my god, Photoshop, please. I'm begging you, homie. No, just do the thing. Why are you? There we go. Thank you. That took fucking forever. You would not believe that I use this program every day to work on professional thingies. And yet I still have to fight with it. Because, let's be real, Photoshop kind of trash. But I do love it a lot, even though it's garbage. It's basically an abusive relationship at this point, if I'm being 100% honest. But, you know, is what it is. Oh shit, I saw this drawing of my OC that I actually wanna keep working on that later. Because I'm actually trying to make it into a fucking speed paint. Because I'm trying to like upload more content on my YouTube channel. Just cause, you know, making content, my own content, is really fun. And I think I'm just kinda like shy and I'm trying to like overscope what I want to do, and so I get really overwhelmed and then I just don't do it because I'm just like, oh god, it's gonna take fucking forever to do that though. And usually I'm right, and it will take fucking forever to do it, and so I don't want to do it. So I think if I just start with smaller things like speed painting and just kind of work up the little successes, I think maybe I'll be able to gradually inspire myself, I guess. Athrix, hey, yeah, I do early morning streams sometimes to try and provide a chance for homies to stop in when the time difference is too big, you know. And plus, I have nothing to fucking do in the morning, so. But yeah, hello. I hope you're doing well, my dude. Oh my god, I'm so tired. Got woken up by dogs. To take them out. F2M5, hello, my dude. How are you doing? Thank you for stopping by the stream as I work on my little thingy. Oh, and I have this in front of it. Naturally. This is how I do shit. I do not show anything. You're at Target? Yeah, I know the feel. Sometimes I'll be out doing something and then I'll get a ping like, oh, your friend is live. And I'm like, oh shit, when I get home, I'm gonna get back in and watch. And then I fucking completely forget and I think about other shit and it's the worst. And I'm always like, oh no. I'm glad you're doing fine, man. I'm doing pretty alright myself. Yesterday I had a bit of a emo day just because the state of the animation industry kind of makes me sad. Or at least the Canadian one. Makes me really sad. And so I was kind of bummed out and I was like, man, I don't really want to work in animation anymore, blah, blah, blah. However, I think I'm good now. I'm still, obviously still bummed out about the situation with animation and stuff, but today I'm just kind of like, Shogunai can't be helped. Let's just vibe. And, I also realize I can just make my own content that makes me happy and that, helps me have faith in art and stuff. Not that like my artwork is anything that, inspires faith, but if I have fun drawing, then I'm fucking good, bro. Then I'm having a great time because honestly, when you work in animation, drawing's not that fun. It's really not that fun. But just doing it on stream and shit, that's really fun because I can talk to people. I talk to myself. I catch up with myself, And yeah. And here I'm just working on what I hope is going to be my final form. We will see. I decided, or I guess I realized, I don't fuck with being a cutesy little YouTuber thing. I need to be a horrible gremlin, tired bastard looking character. So this is what I'm going with. Yeah. Glad you feel the vibes of work and everything, bro. Ugh. Life is hard. And I wanna... Life is also fleeting. And I just want to have fun. I just want to have a good time. And I want to, ideally, do something that I enjoy doing. So, I can pretend that I'm a streamer. Even though I'm a pretty trash streamer, I just kind of like, I don't have a schedule. I often like cancel streams because I'm like, I'm too tired. But I do my best. I really do my best. It's difficult, A lot of it is just because, like, I live with my sister, and I don't really like streaming too much when she's around. And so it's kind of difficult sometimes, but I try my best to make it work, and I'm trying to, like, just kind of get over the, kind of awkwardness. Because we share an office, and her desk is behind me, so, like, we kind of face opposite walls. And so it can be kind of awkward when I'm just trying to fucking gremlin around. And then she's behind me just listening to me gremlin around. And I'm just like, oh God, don't look at me. Just stop it. Don't perceive me. I'm glad you like unplanned streams because that's my entire streaming career. Or it's not even a career. That's too generous. But yeah, I usually do them in the morning anyway. Mostly on weekends, I think I do them. Sometimes, like today, I'm doing it before work just because I'm just trying to kind of, hop on whenever I can and just like, talk about random shit when possible. Because I always kind of, how to explain? I always sort of feel like, oh man, I don't want to stream. But then I always think about it because I kind of do want to stream. But then I'm always like, what am I going to talk about? That kind of thing. And then generally, if I just like hit start stream, then I just I just chat about random shit for forever. And then I think I just kind of realized like, oh, this is my stream. I can do whatever I want on my stream. Like, I can be completely buttfuck silent. Or I can be really loud and just talk about anything. And if people aren't interested, they can leave. That kind of thing. Because when I started streaming, I was always so afraid of like, oh my God, I have to be entertaining all the time. And how am I going to do that? And blah, blah, blah. But then it turns out if you just, start doing it and just start talking and kind of just have fun and do whatever you want, and not really worry about if people think what you're talking about is interesting. If, you know, because I talk about plants and shit a lot too. And then my dogs and, you know, decorating and stuff. That's what I like, you know? And I talk about animation because I love animation, even though I want to fight everybody in animation. And so it's a little tricksy, you know? Yeah, just be yourself. That's kind of what I'm trying to do. I think after I got medicated for like anxiety and ADHD and stuff, I just have been like, fuck it, I'll just do what I want, and I'm not very afraid, you know? Yeah, bro, I'm glad. Dandley, I got you, homie. I totally feel you. Honestly, like, it's difficult because the mindset is very much like, I have to be entertaining. I have to stream for the people. But nah, stream for yourself, bro. And then, you know, if you're just yourself and you just kind of like fuck around and have fun with it, and you're just like not really afraid to just, you know, be an idiot and enjoy yourself, people are gonna like that, you know? Because there's been multiple times on stream I've been talking about plant shit, and like I even did like a plant stream, right? Where I was just like repotting shit. And people were like, man, I don't know jack shit about plants, and I don't really I'm not that interested, but like, this conversation is very interesting to me. And it's just because, you know, you're having fun talking about the stuff you like, you know? And you're gonna like spark interest in other people. And I don't like, as a viewer, I know personally when I hear people talk about shit that they really like and they're very excited about it and they're having a good time talking about it, I'm like, this is very fun. Like, I don't know what the fuck is going on, but like, this guy's having a lot of fun. Like, there's this one YouTube channel called Dank Pods that I watch a lot, and it's he's like an audiophile, right? So he reviews like MP3 players and headphones and stuff. Sometimes it's like generally it's a serious review. The dude knows what he's talking about, but he's very funny and Australian, so, you know, Max funny. And I don't know half of the shit he says, but he's so entertaining and he's so clearly passionate about music and audio and like headphones and tech that it's one of my favorite channels to watch, even though I don't know what's going on most of the time. Just because the person's having a great fucking time. And he also has a car channel where he like they try to fix cars and stuff, like little shitty beaters. And I'm still like, I don't know what's going on. I don't know shit about cars, bro. But he's having so much fun and he's just enjoying the content he's making that I'm like, oh my god, this is really fun. And again, one of my favorite channels to watch. So as long as you're like having fun and just, you know, fucking around, people are gonna gravitate to that energy. Because there's nothing fucking worse than when a streamer or like a YouTuber or a content creator is making shit they don't want to do just to get clicks and views and shit, you know? And I think it sucks because I feel like a lot of streamers are kind of expected to play video games, right? And I love games personally, but I also, a lot of them are a very like me experience, you know? I'm like, I want to take my time. I don't want to talk. I just want to listen to it. So I don't really play like new games or anything on stream. But of course there are the games that I want to play on stream, but I've played those already, you know? And so I know a lot of the appeal is a streamer playing a new game and then having a first reaction, right? And I've thought about it, but I'm also just thinking, I don't really want to put in all that extra work and like suck at the combat for like a solid hour and a half just to get views or whatever. And like, it doesn't matter if there's like people doing it better than you. That doesn't matter at all. But it's just, if you don't want to do it, then don't fucking do it, you know? Don't crumble to what other people say. And I know that I think I was like trying to like back in the day when I was trying to figure out how to set up OBS and all that shit, I was kind of like YouTubing Twitch shit, right? And just looking for tips and whatever. And then I stumbled across a video that was like, this arc is really pissing me off, but I'll fix it later. I stumbled across a video that was like, oh, it's just how you get an audience. This is how you retain your audience. This is how you continue to grow on Twitch. And I was like, okay. So I just clicked it because I was very curious, because, as much as numbers don't matter, it's still an interesting thing to know, right? And like, if I ever wanted to get really serious, maybe it's something I could consider doing. And then they're just, what the person said was, I could see how it's true, but I was just like, I don't want to fucking do that, bro. So then I kind of realized, I think maybe I'm just gonna like treat this as a hobby. And then if it goes somewhere, it goes somewhere. If it doesn't, it's just a hobby, It doesn't have to go anywhere. And it's just nice to have kind of a somewhat consistent small group of people who show up to your streams and just kind of like linger and listen to you talk, or like talk and chat and shit. Like, Hello, Koi. Good morning. Guten Morgen to you, mein Fraulein. Oh, jeez. But yeah, just don't do what you don't want to do. Just fucking have fun on Twitch. Have fun streaming. Don't think about numbers. I don't even check to see how many people are watching, because, like, A, kind of gives me anxiety. B, I don't know, it doesn't really matter. I just make sure I have an eye on chat, and that's basically it. Because I just wanna talk to people. This is also how I socialize for the most part. So yep. No, you are still Fraulein in my heart, I mean, you don't know until you try, right? And a lot of people like accents, so. I mean, I have a bit of a lisp, so I know how you feel. I have to, like, consciously combat it. And so I totally understand how you feel, bro. But, a lot of the time, there are people with, like, super strong accents that are still very popular. And, like, if people are like, I can't understand you, they can just fuck off then, because accents are not the end of the world, bro. Yeah, I love accents too. I think accents are wonderful. And it also is like it kind of adds more interest, Because there's so many people who sound like me, like we're fucking Canadian or American or something, and we just have like this very standard North American accent. But if you tune into a liver and then they got an accent, people are like, oh, I'm curious, It's actually a boon. You would be surprised. I mean, also, if you look at like other livers, like Niji Sanji or something, or like any big corporation that does like VTubers or streamers or whatever, the people who have accents are generally more watched, which is really funny. It's very interesting, because it's just, for like people who have a standard North American accent like myself, I'm just like, yeah, I've heard that accent before. I'm not interested as much, or like it's not as attention grabbing, But of course, like we stay for personality, not for accent. However, it's just like a very nice attention grabbing kind of addition. So be proud of your accent, homie. And it's okay if you have a speech impediment or stuff. There's people who have like Tourette's and stuff on Twitch, and they're very popular. And they're very beloved and everything, so. Hello, Mary Bell. How are you doing, homie? Ooh, Minky Bell. That sounds cute. I like that one. Hello. I hope you are doing well. I hope your streams have been going well. I always get the notification, or always see the notification way too late, and I always miss fucking everything, bro. Yeah, you get it, Danley Shy Rid. I hope you enjoy your accent, because it's nice and unique. And I said unique. I meant unique. Fuck. I don't know. What is it? It's Wednesday. It's a Wednesday, brother. Oh shit! I forgot to change the title of my stream again. Fuck. I'm not sad today. I was sad yesterday. I was thinking about the animation industry and how much it disappoints me. But I'm better today. I like legit just got to a point where I felt so sad that I stopped working and I logged off work when I still had like an hour left, and then I just turned the stream on and I was like, I'm sad. Oh my god, for a moment I was like, is your cat eating his own shit? Because, you know, I wouldn't be surprised. It happens to the best of us. It happens to all cat owners. Yeah, I'm glad you're slowly growing, brother. Yeah, same here. Basically, like, every, like, 2 streams, I'll get, like, a few new followers or something. And I'm just like, oh my god, what did I do to deserve this? Thank you. I am blessed. I don't know if I'm the most interesting streamer around, but I am glad people bother to, like, follow or whatever it is. Is it following on Twitch? I think it's following on Twitch. Not sure, though. Thanks, Koi. Yeah, I feel much better today. I ate some casserole at my dad's, and then bought my dogs a bunch, and then I did something. I feel like I did something else, but I don't remember. Went to bed like 9:30 because I'm old, and that I looked at stuff to decorate my room with. So yeah, you know. Yeah, work-life balance fucking sucks, bro. It's hard. But I'm glad the streams are fun for people to pop in too. I know I say that a lot, but it's still like slightly baffling, I guess. I'm like, oh my god. People think it's fun to be here. Oh my god. Blessed be. Hopefully I can actually get a moving VTuber model and actually commit to a design and have it fucking work for me, because I'm so indecisive and it hurts, but I want to be able to wiggle on screen. That's my goal. That's my dream in life. I just want to wiggle on screen. I'm too much of a freaking little baby to actually film my chubby little cherub face for the internets, even though I've literally been on San Diego Comic-Con panels with said little cherub face. That's different because I didn't have to watch that back. Oh my god, you're always doing dishes? Bruh, I feel you though. I feel you. Anytime I am watching a stream or something, I'm also doing chores for the most part. Or it's like work, and so I can't really like be too online. Even though generally I'm always on Twitter just because I'm like, I'm sad today. Oh, Procreate doesn't. Interesting. Yeah, Photoshop just has a little nubbling. Being like, this is what this idiot's doing now. Oh, this character is actually gonna hopefully be my VTuber. I know that like on the left, or like, you know, I have my little PNG fucker right now. But I realized, you know, my personality and my voice doesn't really lend itself super well to like a cutesy, happy looking character. Like, I don't know how to explain it. You know, I feel like my energy is not it's not like this. You know? My energy is not that. My energy is more like, it's more like this, if that makes sense. Yeah, the cozy fit, brother. Yeah, I feel like I'm more of a detestable gremlin instead of a, ooh, it was so cutesy, look at me, oh my gosh, I'm so fucking cute. No, I'm like, I just woke up, where's my coffee? Plants, I hate humans. That's why we're such good friends, bro. We're like opposites, you know? I'm detestable gremlin and you are refined lady. Whenever I see your shit on Instagram, and by shit I mean your like very well edited and shot content, I'm like, holy fuck, that could not be me. And God, my laugh is like, it's so fucking funny. Like, how did I end up this way? I mean, generational trauma, but you know. I feel like I should actually have line art for the rest of the outfit, but I'm kind of lazy. Don't know about this. I know, but you make it look so good. And I'm just like, oh, shit. Fucking Sweden's fucking dope, dude. Meanwhile, I'm just like, oh, it's cold outside. I can't, there's nothing cool I can do. And I like have to run around my house like, where's the good lighting for my fucking plant photo? I don't have any good lighting. But bro, you still make it look so good and your house looks so fucking clean. And I look at my house and I'm like, oh, there's dirt everywhere because of my plants. And there's dead leaves on the ground. And then my dog is pooping everywhere. And then there's like random cans of Mountain Dew. And I'm just like, oh God. I'm supposed to be a fucking functioning adult and here I am. Yeah, from her, I don't know. Maybe she just like cleans right before the IG, like a content. Which I respect because I do that too. Dude, it's so hard to have a clean house. I'm just like, holy shit, how do you do it, bro? I'm so jelly. Oh yeah, the Swedish architecture is so fucking pretty. It's very much like Gastown. I love it. I'm always like, oh my God. I showed my sister, I'm like, oh, look at it, it's beautiful. Makes me really want to visit Europe. And I'm hoping Austria looks fucking pretty. Because I want to go there to see where my brethren before me walked, you know. Oh, you don't like how your place is decorated? I'll have to stalk your Instagram to see how it's decorated. Because I'm in the midst of decorating my room more. Right now it's just a clusterfuck of shelves and plants and stuff. But I'm trying to get some like little like plant prints and shit for it. Because I'm like, this just feels like a greenhouse. Doesn't really feel like a room. OCD. Oh, yes, I remember. True. I got you. Yeah, my sister keeps saying she's OCD, but she is the messiest OCD person I've ever met in my life. Dude, same! My mom was a hoarder, dude. And, like, cleaning out her house when she died, bro, that was a fucking nightmare. It took months to get that shit. Like, months of every Sunday going over there and sorting through all her shit and throwing stuff out and donating stuff. It took so fucking long because everything was just like packed to the fucking ceiling in all of the closets and shit. And I was in disbelief. Like, how much shit does one person have? It's so bad. And so after that, I kind of like started not hoarding as much because I know like I kind of like followed in those footsteps just because, you know, that's how I grew up. But then when I realized how like egregious it can get, I was like, okay, I can get rid of a lot of stuff. Yeah, it's really bad. Really bad. And it gets really messy really fast too. And I just have to, it's hard because you just have to sit there and then channel your Marie Kondo and be like, do I need this? Does this make me happy? And then just be like, it doesn't make me happy. I'm not going to use this. I'm going to get rid of it, you know? Well, here's the opposite of a hoarder. Yeah. No, I like throwing stuff out too, but I also have a collector mentality, so I like collecting stuff. I'll anime figures as I look at my Tengen Uzi Nendroid that came in the mail yesterday. My stinky little baby. I love him so much. Ore-sama is my type. Like, I love collecting stuff, but I don't like having stuff that I never use, you know? Like, things that I don't appreciate, I can get rid of, you know? I don't really feel what's the word? The bind, I guess, or the bond of sentimentality anymore. I'm just like, this was given to me by, like, this person who I cared about, but it's also just an item. It's not a reflection of them. And me getting rid of it is not a reflection of our bond or anything, you know? So, yeah. No, you can never tell them that they're hoarding. Yeah, no, I totally feel you. Like, I went very minimalistic with my condo for a long time, too. And then my sister and I were just like, it doesn't feel good, you know? It doesn't feel good to have a very minimalistic house for me. Like, I like seeing stuff, like, photos and prints on the walls, and we kind of call it like cottagecore organized chaos in a way. And that's how we live, and I like it. I mean, we are pretty messy people just in general. I mean, I have ADHD, so I'm a terror. You know, I do my best. I'm actually the one who cleans all the time now because my sister will just leave shit out and it makes me want to like throttle her. Cuz I will clean the kitchen, I will do the dishes, I will clean out the sinks, and then she'll come home and just toss her Tupperware on the counter, not even rinse it, and I'm just like, why are you disrespecting me like this?" Mm. Yeah, yeah. I mean, part of it, like, I don't know about you guys, but I grew up beneath the poverty line, right? And I think my mom was kind of the same for a little bit, and so was my dad. Like, all of my stuff, my grandparents, who were like Austrian immigrants, and only spoke like, or they spoke very good English at the end, you know. But it was also Germanglish for a lot of it. Either my oma would make all of my clothes, or all my shit would come from Value Village, right? And I didn't have a problem with that, especially because like back in the day, it there was like no internet, right? And social media wasn't really a thing, so it's not like I ever felt the pressure of having designer shit or whatever some fucking random 13-year-old has on TikTok, right? So I feel like it was a lot more manageable to be poor back then because, you know, there were a lot of times when we were like in really big trouble financially. And so I think for a while there, when I started making money and stuff, I went fucking crazy and I just like, well, for a long time, I actually couldn't spend money. Like, I physically could not bring myself to do it because I would get so anxious about it. And I would be like, I'm never going to financially recover from this. And, like, that was me with everything. And I would save everything and hoard everything. And, like, for example, a little diagram for y'all. I had this box. I remember it very vividly. It was this, like, Scholastic Book Fair little fucking box, bro. And it was like, it had like a butterfly on it or something. There was a butterfly on it. And then there was a little padlock, right? It had a little heart lock, bro. And I would fit every Sunday, I think it was every Wednesday and every Sunday, my grandparents would babysit me and my brother and sister. But before that, they were taking care of us like full time, you know, while my mom and dad helped out. Or my mom and dad tried to get their shit straight, right? Because like my dad got T-boned, he got in a real bad accident, and then my mom had to go back to work, and then my mom got really sick and she almost died a few times because of just random, you know, bleeding. And so she had to go to the hospital, so my dad had to go back to work. And it was a fucking clusterfuck. And so my grandparents were very involved. I don't really remember them too much because I only remember them when my parents started fucking hating each other and getting ready to like divorce pretty much. And so like I don't remember the good parts I don't remember like a good childhood pretty much, period. But I do remember I would get a $2, a sick little toonie with those fucking polar bears. That would be my allowance for the week, and from my grandparents. And then they would give us, I think they would give us, I don't know if it was like a whole thing, like a stick of Hubba Bubba. That was part of the allowance too. And they were like they had like the little rectangle gums in here, right? And so I would open the Hubba Bubba and then lay it out like gold bricks in this chest. So I think looking back, just kind of vaguely understanding trauma and stuff, I felt like this was kind of a way to keep myself safe, like mentally maybe, is I would just hoard Hubba Bubba and store it like gold bricks. And then eventually it filled up to the top and it was just like filled with Hubba Bubba. And I was like, whew, okay, I feel safe. But then I got really stressed out because I didn't have any room for more Hubba Bubba. And I was like, oh God, what do I do? And then I think when I was really little, I think I was in elementary or middle school, I saved up $1,000 in my bank account just from hoarding my allowance and any birthday money I got from my like, cause my grandparents were super rich, but they never helped us, you know? Like, back in the day, they were like white spot managers and KFC managers and stuff, and you made cash, you know? And my mom worked at White Spot and stuff. And so like I would like, you know, like get like like a 20 or something for my birthday, and I'd hoard that shit. And then I saved up $1,000, and my parents were like, holy shit. And little did they know it's because I'm traumatized from not having money in when I was a child. It was really bad. Yeah, I don't know. My grandparents are it's the grandparents on my mom's side. Uh they were fucking shits, you know? But the grandparents on my dad's side were always very involved and always wanted to help take care of the kids. The kids being me and my brother and sister, you know? But then the grandparents on my mom's side were really not interested, except for my step grandfather. I loved him. Everyone said like, "Oh, Al is too fucking grumpy. He's so mean." And I'm just like, "No, he just has a very dry sense of humor. You don't understand. Grandpa Albert was fucking. He's super nice. He's just like he's 6'5" and just full of salt, and it's really funny, bro." I was quite sad when he passed away. But you know, old people gonna die. That's just how it is. So wow, I miss chat so much. Sorry, let me scroll up. Middle class in China, and then middle class like below poverty. Yeah, I feel that. Yeah, that's exactly what happened to us. Like, we became middle class when I think I reached high school. Then I was like, okay, I don't think we're poor anymore. Because my dad is very successful as a real estate manager now. But back then, like, he was building engines and working cars and shit and stuff, right? So he was, it was difficult. And then he got fired from jobs because, you know, he would argue with the, because he used to work at this place called, like, Humphrey Automotive or something. And then he was basically one of the managers. Like, he helped make that place. But then the actual guy who, like, owned the shop, like, fired him. And then it tanked and went down. And I don't think it exists anymore. My dad's like, suck my dick. And I'm like, get him, Dad. And it's cool because sometimes people still come to my dad and they're like, yo, bro, can you make me an engine? And my dad's like, yeah, bitch, I'll make you a fucking engine. Because my dad's just that good at making engines. Though apparently he did have an engine explode on him. And I was like, oh, father. Oh my God, careful. And yeah, I'm not as anxious spending money now. Mostly because I have a lot of dead people money. Which is kind of fucked up to say, but like I have a cushion of dead people money pretty much. So I'm not as anxious, but I'm still very aware of where my money is, and a lot of it is invested into mutual funds and stuff. Mostly at the behest of my father being like, I'm gonna beat the shit out of you if you don't do this. And then I went and cried about it, and he's like, I wasn't actually gonna beat you. And I'm like, you don't say that to me though, Dad. Like, come on. I already got abused by Mom. I don't need this. No more threats, please. Yeah, I have a lot of dead people money, and I know that when my mom's super shitty dad passes away, we're gonna get more dead people money, which is very anxiety inducing. But, you know, at least he did something for my family, which is horrible to say, but he did. He's basically the reason my mom died, so I don't feel that bad, you know? So the stupid, like, understanding part of me is like, I do feel bad, but I'm also like, fuck him. Yeah, I love it when a place tanks, you know? It feels good. And honestly, I don't, like, necessarily know why my mom was a hoarder. Like, I found out, I guess, a lot of it has to do with trauma, right? And I don't know everything that happened to my mom. And, I know some things, but when I was cleaning her place out, I would look through old photo albums and stuff, and I would see parts of her life and people involved with her life that I've never heard about before, but she was still clearly very close with them. And so there's a lot of mystery surrounding my mom, and I'm never gonna get those answers pretty much. and I don't know the full extent of what happened. I do know that she was basically on her own since she was 16. So I think I think some of it had to do with she thought she was making smart investments with the items she was purchasing. I also think a lot of it was impulse buying. Um yeah, I don't really know, you know. There's a lot of mystery and a lot of things I don't quite understand in regards to my mom, you know, and that's okay. I think I'm okay with that. Um, I think big part of it was just not being unable to let go, you know, and I think it has to do with a lot of emotional stress too, because like my mom and my dad really hated each other for a period of time, especially when they were getting a divorce, and my sister and I still believe that my mom loved my dad, even though she wouldn't admit it. And she kept saying shit like, oh, I thought he was gonna kill me. Like, if anyone kills me, it's gonna be your father. It's stuff like that, right? And, but then when we looked through her jewelry cabinet, like her wedding band was still there. And my dad's an Aries, right? And we found an Aries necklace that I think she wanted to give to him at some point, and that was still there. So I'm not crying, you're crying, shut up. Uh, so I think a lot of it is like hanging on to the past and stuff and being unable to move away from it. And I'm trying to actively not be like that because I don't want to hang on to the past and like the memories and stuff that I don't need to hang on to, you know. It's good to let things go. And I feel like if you can't let things go, then it's unhealthy and you can't really move on or anything. So yeah, and I wish I'd known if my mom still loved my dad, cuz my dad still loved my mom even when they got divorced and stuff, and he told me like through all the illness and stuff caused by her conversion disorder, he's like, I would have stayed with her, but it's just the drinking and the verbal abuse is what he couldn't, you know, that was too much. He couldn't do that. So it would have been nice if, you know, things worked out differently, but you know how it is. I probably would have been some insufferable, like really horrible white girl if I had a happy childhood. So, you know, things happen for a reason. Mhm. No, honestly, like Maribel, like I that totally makes sense to me. And like my mom was forced to like move out on her own when she was 16 and she got her own car and she worked by herself and stuff. And like I think it's also just the fear of like being unable to let go and remembering things that happened in the past and a time when like misfortune happened, and then there's just anxiety about that type of thing, you know. And because I know whenever I looked at something in the past and I would just keep it, I would never think about it, if that makes sense. Like, I wouldn't think like too deeply about it because then I think I would uncover something, or I knew that I would uncover the truth behind why I'm keeping it and stuff, you know? And there's like a lot of items that I got, like a lot of stuffed animals, a lot of things I received as gifts that I got rid of because I was like, or I was keeping them because I thought, oh, but this was given to me by someone who is my really good friend back in middle school, which was over 10 years ago now, right? And then I had to just kind of look at my, like, and so I would just kind of stop my train of thought there and I would keep whatever it was. And lately I really try to, as I go through my closet and stuff to like throw stuff out, I have to really think like, okay, when was the last time I touched this? Do I care about this? Is there a reason for me to keep this? Will I be sad if I don't have it? when is like the last time I even thought about this, you know? And a lot of times it ends up being like, oh well, I don't really like this. I like the memory that's attached to this thing, you know? But I don't necessarily like this thing. And well, this person isn't around anymore, but like the memory is still attached to this thing, you know? And I remember this part of my life so vividly when I don't remember many parts of my life anymore. Because, you know, flashbulb memory is a thing, and I just feel a lot of joy when I think about this thing. Or when I think about that moment, not necessarily even about the thing, because, you know, material things have never really meant anything to me, I guess. Like, that doesn't, like, make my bond stronger. It makes me more anxious, if anything, if I get a gift from somebody. But, like, I'm never gonna say no, because that's rude, you know? If somebody's like, here, I got you this, and I'll be like, oh, thank you so much. I'll feel kind of bad about it, but I'll be like, I will do something nice for them in the future as well. And so I think, I don't know, I just have this really weird issue with memories attached to things. Yeah, I'm happy to share, bro. Like I think I said before, I'm pretty open about my shit. Whether it be trauma or other random shit, you know, I'm pretty open. Or I like to think I'm pretty open, you know? I like gifts that are usable, you know? So I like clothing. I like stuff that I can use and that I enjoy. I don't like things that... It's kind of like the same with merch. Like, it has to be something really special if I buy a keychain or something, you know? Because now that I'm a fucking geezer... Yeah, exactly. I like those are the only gifts I think I like, but it's mostly because of the thought that's behind it, right? Like, I bought my dad, I noticed my dad didn't have any measuring cups. And I was like, well, that's embarrassing. And so... no, I remember. I have a better example. My dad and I were at... Sorry, I keep blowing my mic out because I forget how loud I am. Now that I'm all warmed up. My dad didn't have any bowls. When he broke up with his girlfriend, the second time, I think, he was like, take whatever you need, because they were living together, right? And so she took all the bowls and stuff. He's like, I don't have any fucking bowls anymore. What the hell? And I remember I was at the store with him. I don't know why I was there with him, but I was. And he was looking at these bowls, and he was like, huh, I really like those. Those are really nice. But then he didn't buy them, right? He's like, I just don't like, there's not really enough there, blah, 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 that type of thing. Like, I'm sure I have some at home somewhere. I just have to look. And then when my sister and I went to the same store for grocery shopping, I was like, oh, we need to get these for dad, because he doesn't have any bowls, and he really liked them. So we should buy these for him. And then after, like, we added that to the cart, then we just kind of... I would just kind of like go around the store and be like, he doesn't have measuring cups and his measuring spoons are abysmal and embarrassing, so we need to get some of those for him. Oh, and we need to get him a spatula because he doesn't have a spatula, and also his bread box is fucking broken, so we need to get him a new bread box. It's just that kind of thing, you know? So it's the thought behind things that count. And like when someone just randomly, hi Leon, how are you doing? I saw your message, by the way. I was just too, like, tired to reply, but thank you. I appreciate your thoughts, homie. I really do. Yeah, it's just, like, we know when someone goes out of their way to do something nice for you, I get, like, a love boner, you know? I'm just like, oh, my God. Like, you really do care about me. You did not have to do this for me, but I appreciate this gift of you thinking about me. Like, I appreciate it so much. No matter what the item is, I'm just like, oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, you know? And like when my sister just randomly comes home after running errands, and she like hands me a coffee, I'm just like, coffee! You know? And I love doing that for people too. Like when I order food with my own credit card and stuff, I'll buy my sister something usually as well. And just be like, I got this for you because you were having a bad day. Like that kind of thing. That makes me really happy because I can buy my own material objects, you know? So I don't like I don't put pressure on people, and I don't expect people to know exactly the weird nuances of shit I like. You know, I don't expect people to know, and I don't put pressure on people, especially because it's not the most important thing in the world. You know. Yeah, like I love doing stuff like that, and I know people appreciate it. So I'm just like, here, bitch, I made this thing for you, bitch. I got you, bitch. And I'm glad you like it. And I see you used it on your Twitch, and I'm like, oh my god, yay. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's exactly it. My love language is acts of service. Like just doing something for me because you can, you know? I think I also like quality time. I don't know what like my romantic love language is. This is just like my general love language, you know? So yeah, acts of service is definitely a big one for me. What are the other ones? I need to Google. I forget. I know it's like touch, quality time, gifts, love languages. Discover your love language. The 5 love languages. Words of affirmation. No. Quality time. I think so, but with my family. Acts of service, yes. Gifts. Physical touch. I don't know. I feel like if I were romantically involved with somebody, physical touch would be very important to me. But as it stands, I don't trust anybody ever like that. So, yeah, I'm glad you like it that much, Mary Bell. Ah, I'm planning on making one for Karam as well. It's just, I forgot and I lost track of time. You know. Yeah, Leon, I will reply properly. Technically, I should be at work right now, but I'm having a good time right now with stream, so everyone can eat my ass and choke on it. So, yeah, I love to provide. Animal Crossing's not a bad romantic gesture. Relatable content. Or if I ever met a guy friend and they were like, "Hey, I'll play the Halo campaign with you," I'd be like, "Ah! Let's get married. How many kids do you want?" And I mean cats, not actual kids. How many fur babies? And do you like plants? You're stuck with them. I should actually update my Hinge and be like, I'm looking for someone who will play the Halo 3 campaign with me. No, I'm not really physical touch either. Like there's a part of me that really what like okay, maybe TMI. I'm not interested in fucking. Like that is not a thing I'm interested in really. If my partner's interested in it and like I love my partner, I will fuck them, you know? But like that's not something I look for, which kind of gives me anxiety cuz I'm just like, well, most men are like from what my brother has told me. My brother and my dad are like, do not be fooled by men. They just want to fuck. And I'm like, that's terrifying. Okay. Oh, one moment. My sister is calling me. Where's the mute? I'm back. Sorry, my sister was asking about dog food. And yeah, I know it's like not true that like dudes only want to fuck. Like I get that, but it's just like when your brother and your dad are constantly just like, "Hey, bitch, be careful. Men just want to fuck, okay?" Like I know it's not true because I do know like there are very sweet guys out there and very like nice guys out there, and I know that. It's just my interactions with boys have not been good, you know? Like I told this story many times, but like I had guy friends who said I was really desperate and that I would crack and ask them out. I had guy friends like jokingly say, "Oh, I'm going to drug you at the party." And so I didn't go to the party cuz I got scared. And then my brother and sister are like, "I'm going to beat the shit out of him." And then I had but I need to pull my OBS over. If you see it, don't say anything. Oh no, you saw it. Oh no, don't say anything. It's my secrets. And and um 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 I lost my train of thought completely. Something about guys, I don't know. But yeah, I just haven't had good experience with dudes, you know? And then whenever I try to talk to them on Hinge, they either get really fucking weird or like they stop replying or I stop replying, and then I just kind of get disinterested because it's really hard for me to make a connection just through text, right? But then I get a little too nervous meeting somebody who I just started talking to on Hinge. I get a little bit spooked out, you know? Trying to, when they're like, "Let's go meet here," or "Do you want to come to my house and watch Evangelion?" And I'm like, "No." You're scaring me. Yeah. I know not all of them are like that, because, like, my brother's not like that, or my brother was like that. And then he met his girlfriend, and not all men facepalmed and proceeded. Nah, bro, I understand. Like, it's the same with girls. Like, a lot of ladies are really shit too. I've talked to my friends who have tried dating girls or been interested in them on like Hinge and shit, and they're fucking scary. And like, I've also been pursued by girls. And they're also, I've had I just all around very bad experiences with people trying to date me, and with the idea of relationships. Very scared. Honestly, though, people are pretty shitty. Like, I'm shitty too, but I do my best not to scare people or to make people uncomfortable unless they provoke me. Then it's game on, bitch. You started it. I'm gonna end it. I'm gonna make you feel bad for tweeting something stupid at me. Yes, I will do my best, Maribel, to find a good, sensitive, nerdy dude. I'm trying. Because like, I don't know if I'm picky. I don't know what it is. I think I'm just like nervous about that kind of thing. Because again, I've had people who were friends, quote unquote, as you said, F2M5, friends. They are enemies of the state of Hypher. I am just saying, they are my sworn enemies. We gotta take down the target. Why are we still here? Just to suffer. And yeah, exactly. I gotta find someone who like, whose asshole resonates with my asshole, you know? And like, asshole as in like my personality, but also in like my actual butthole, because butt stuff's pretty good. I'm just saying, you know? Exactly. I want somebody who will jive with me and we can be assholes about the same things, you know? But then be nice to each other and nice to other people. And like, we kind of like, our assholes align as the stars do. And that's really nice, you know? And that's my favorite thing. Yeah, no, dude, right, it's so fucking scary. People used to think I was a guy online because of the way I talk, right? Because I'm very, like, "Oh, dude, bro, masculine, bleh." But, yeah, and then my dad and my brother just being like, "Hey, listen, be careful, because guys just want to fuck." That scared me. I already said that, I know, broken record, I'm sorry, but that scared me. And then hearing from friends of a friend who were just like, "Oh yeah, like Heifer's just really desperate and she's gonna ask me out because she's super desperate and just needs to be loved and she just wants to be loved. It feels disgusting and I cannot handle people like talking about me like that. It's fucking infuriating. Like point blank, period. It's infuriating that people think I'm desperate to be loved and that it's so sad that I've like, oh, I'm still a virgin. I'm 25. Oh, I've never dated anyone. I've never kissed anyone, but I'm 25. And people think that I need to be saved or something. And I'm like, it's a fucking choice, okay? Like, relax, everybody. Like, people think that it's so that, like, I'm an incel or something. And I'm like, no, I choose to be like this. It's not that deep, you know? Like, I have never met somebody who made me think like, oh, I want to pursue something with you. I want to hold your hand. I want to fuck you or whatever. I've never experienced that feeling towards somebody. And it's not that I'm avoiding it. It's that I just haven't felt it, you know? And there's nothing wrong with that. I'm not going to feel pressured to stop being a fucking virgin. I will be the 40-year-old virgin if I want to, okay? Eat my ass. Praying for you, Koi. Exactly! Like, oh my god, I've never pursued anybody in my life and people are just like, hey, you're desperate, right? You just want to be loved, right? And I'm like, did I ever give off that vibe to you? Oh my god, where are you getting this from? Can you stop? I moved my microphone away for you guys because I knew that was going to be loud, girl. I'm fucking amped up now that I'm talking about relationships. Oh my goodness. Yeah, Leon. Yeah, like if I can just bust my Switch out, I'm like, sure, put it in my butt. I don't give a shit, dude. Go for it. Whatever. If I like the person and love the person and trust them, you know? Yeah, I don't need... You know, I need somebody who's not afraid to be an asshole. That's the thing. Because too many people are pushovers. And I'm just like, no, you gotta clap back, you know? Because I guess... This is really funny for me to say after having, like, a screaming fit on my stream. But I don't think I'm a very aggressive person. Unless someone, like, really crosses the line with me. Then I become very aggressive, you know? Or, like, if someone's acting a fucking fool at work, and I'm just like, you're acting a fucking fool, and they're like, no, I'm not. I'm just like, bet, you know? So I feel like I need somebody who will not crumble under me being like, well, I mean, I'm cool if they want to crumble under me, you know what I'm saying? But I need somebody who, like, won't crumble under my big aggro energy whenever I have it. But generally, I'm pretty chill, and I'm a homebody, and I don't want to, like, do shit, you know? And I'm just, like, fucking farting around at the speed of sound, you know? And I need someone who will fluctuate with me like that. But then also be kind of nice to have somebody who would be like, hey, we should go out and do this thing. And if I'm like, they're just like, come on. I'm like, okay, you know? But, like, they won't be like, you're a fucking lazy fucking asshole, get up. I will, like, actually throw them off the balcony and be like, you do not talk to me that way, Jeremy. I'm sorry. Fuck you, bitch. Yeah, I think it's very normal, to not be in a romantic relationship. Like, it's totally fine. And my dad keeps being like, I just want you to be happy, little heifer, my little baby. And I'm like, Dad, I am happy. I don't need somebody to make me happy. I'm happy with my family. And I'm happy with, like, my life. There's things I want to amend, like my work life and stuff. But I'm happy. Like, I don't need love to be happy. I don't need romantic love. I need my family to be happy, you know? I want the people who I care about to be happy, and I want to be around them, and I want to stay with them and stuff. Like, that's where my happiness lies in right now. Maybe one day that'll change. That's totally fine. But, like, not everybody has the same goals for relationships and stuff, you know? Like, no tea, no shade. My brother doesn't watch my streams anyways, but, like, I fear. I'm afraid. Like, my sister and I feel like my brother kind of just settled for a relationship because he's like, well, this is what it means to be successful, is to have a relationship, to have a job. I have pets. I make a lot of money. I go work out. I have checked all the boxes, you know? And I'm like, but are you happy? Like, you've checked all the boxes, but are you really happy with your situation? You know? Don't you wonder what else is out there? You know? That kind of thing. Service dom vibes? I don't know what a service dom is. I would like to know more, please. Thank you. Because I've always said to my sister, like, I would peg my boyfriend if they asked for it. You know? If they were interested, I'd be like, bend over, baby. I got you. Don't worry. The gratification I will get from this is from your gratification at the end, okay? Love you. Oh, I'm so glad my sister isn't home right now. This is so embarrassing. Yeah, Jeremy. Fuck you, Jeremy. Yeah. I want to have, like, that energy of, like, your best friend is your partner and you touch the pee-pee sometimes. You know, that's my energy. And like, I know there's the, when people are like, oh, I just like it when I'm in the same room as somebody and we're not talking or just on our phones. And I'm like, I don't know if I like that anymore. Like, for me and my sister, we live together. And, like, she's my sister and my best friend, you know? Excuse me, I'm so sorry, guys. Like, we live together and she's my best friend. And we're hardly, like, ever... How do I explain this? I say that literally every single time because I'm trying to buy time, you know? It's like when, like JP people are like, ano, or, like, English people are like, It's because I'm trying to buy time to figure out how to explain my thoughts. So I'm like, how do I explain this? My sister and I are very engaged with each other whenever we're around each other for most of the time. Like, if we go to my dad's place, then everyone's kind of just doing their own thing and sitting in the room together, you know? And that's totally cool, but when it's me and my sister at our condo, we're generally quite engaged. And I think I like the engagement more, you know? And I get a little bit bothered when somebody's just on their phone when they come over, you know? Stop walking the walls over and over again. You can't stop me. I'm an NPC with broken AI. That's basically my entire personality and existence, homie. This is taking fucking forever. But I like how it's turning out. I think it's gonna be pretty cute when I got all the shading and stuff down pat. I'm kind of trying to go for a loose, or I kind of decided this like 30 minutes ago. Kind of going for like a Hades sort of look in a way, just with the black shading and stuff. And then gonna have little pops of color, but have it very neutral. I think I look cool, and I'm kind of sick of trying to paint my VTuber model over and over again because it drives me fucking insane. I never do it right, or the way that I want it to be. It never ends up that way. So I'm like, this is how it is. Exactly, Minky Bell, bitch, you fucking nailed it. Like, we worry so much about relationships, and I remember in my youth when I was a youth child in high school. Like, you know, jealousy ran rampant, and it was very obvious in my friend group. And I never hello, Rs. Hi, how are you doing? Hi, I'm pretty good, honestly. I should be at work right now, but whatever. Yeah, thanks for popping by, man. What was I saying? I did not even know. Oh yes, jealousy ran rampant, and it was very obvious in my friend group. But even back then in high school, I never really cared about having a boyfriend. It crossed my mind, but I've been, like, again, I had been so vigorously fucking bullied by people who have liked me that, like, it wasn't really on my radar anymore. And relatable, Rs, relatable. And so I didn't really care about having a boyfriend. But then as soon as my friends started to date each other within our group, I could feel that they felt like they were superior to me because they had a significant other, you know? And that still happens even in my 20s. There is The friend who I like viciously yeeted from my life, she definitely had a superiority complex because she and I'm going to be harsh, but it's because she's actually a horrible person and a bad friend. She literally accomplished nothing in life and expected everything just to like be handed to her and to work out for her, because it seems like on the outside looking in, things just worked out for me in terms of career and stuff. And I like and so she wanted to do what I did, but you know, I worked really hard and I focused only on art. And so I pretty much accomplished my goals and got to where I am because I focused. And that's all I really thought about, because what I really wanted to do is I mean, in high school, it was either be an artist or be a musician. So either way, I lose. But they were both things I was really passionate about. And no one decided it for me, right? I decided it by myself. And she never had to decide anything by herself like that. And so she was always very lost and misguided and all that shit. And I'd never had a relationship, like I'd never romantically got involved with anybody. And then as soon as she would get romantically involved with people, I became like the dirt under her feet, right? And she would just act like that I was like so fucking jealous of her because she had a boyfriend. And I was like, I could not care less, dude. All I really am upset about is that I'm being ignored now that you have a boyfriend and you're not talking to me anymore because you have a boyfriend. You know, that's what I was upset about. She's like, no, you're mad because like I have a boyfriend. And I'm like, that's not the case at all. I encouraged you to give him a chance, actually. So I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. I'm just sad because we used to talk every day and now you don't ever respond to my messages. So I'm sad, you know? Honestly, I don't really have. It's really difficult for me to say. I feel like I don't really have a friendship circle. I mostly stick within my family. Like I have my you guys, like the crew who show up to my streams and we shoot the shit and everything. And then I have like a few friends here or there, but I don't really have a circle of friends where we're all friends with each other. I don't have that anymore, honestly. And because I was kind of ostracized in university because people were like, oh, Hypher hates everybody, blah, blah, blah. But the truth is, I was really mentally ill and thought about knifing myself often because I was very depressed because I had to live with my mom and, you know, my parents were getting a divorce and everything. And so I was very ostracized from other people in university. And then my friend group exploded in high school. So I lost all those friends, or I lost touch with them, and just recently reconnected with most of them. And then found out 2 of them are actual, like, fucking Satan incarnate. So I'm very happy with just my friendship situation with my family, I guess. And, like, who my social circle is. I'm very happy with it. And I'm very happy to have, like, this streaming squad of people who I recognize who show up to streams and stuff, because it does feel like a friendship in a way, or like a kinship of some sort. Don't make a parasocial relationship with me, but there's this nice like comfy place I get to go, and I can talk about things that I'm very passionate about or excited about, and have people reciprocate the feelings, and I haven't had that for years and years and years. I haven't found people, even people who are my best friends, they don't fucking give a shit, you know? And it really sucks. And I just haven't found, or it's very refreshing and comforting to find a community or like foster a space online where I can talk about shit like plants and whatever, and then people don't roll their eyes at me. Or maybe they do, but like I don't have to see it, you know? And people engage with me and they want to talk about things and they encourage me to talk about things, and like I'm happy to talk about it and I don't get judged about talking about things. And I'm just like, this is amazing. You know? So I'm happy with my social situation, I suppose. So I struggle to like put a name on it, I guess. But I'm happy with how things are turning out for me. Because I know that if I ever feel down or like sad or lonely, I can just turn stream on. And even if it's just me talking to myself, I still feel better, you know? Ooh, same with your friends, yeah. Yeah, friend circle stuff is very dramatic for sure. And it was very painful and it turned a lot of people against each other. So I don't really fuck with it. I just have friends dotted everywhere. Yeah, two of my high school friends who were like my closest friends, one of them was my best friend. She is like a huge fucking bitch and pretty much used all my trauma as gossip material to talk about me with her other friends. And then as soon as I blocked her because she was doing that, then she started telling everyone that I was an emotional abuser and stuff. And yeah, and then one of my friends wanted to know what happened to my mom. And instead of being like, oh, I just want to, like, I just don't want to assume anything or stuff like that. And then, or anything like that, he was like, oh, I'm just curious to know about your trauma. And I'm like, and then he didn't even like say, hey man, I'm sorry that happened. It was just like, oh my God. Like, oh yeah, it makes sense why you're mad at other friend because, well, their names are Lucas and Sally. I don't care. It makes sense why you're mad at Sally because, like, it's not very nice to spread your trauma around. And I'm like, yeah, so why are you still, like, sucking her dick, you know? And she's like, well, you talked about it on Twitter. I'm like, that's somewhere where I am talking about it, you know? It's my statement, my words, where I'm talking about my own mother dying. It's not you, who is literally the most uninteresting, boring person in the world, who is taking my quote-unquote tea and telling it to people because you have nothing to talk about. Because you're so fucking boring and uninspired. And literally, your hobbies are just copying other people and trying to, like, get famous on Instagram. Like, that's her shtick, you know? It's just, well, I hope that I become successful through just my looks and stuff. And I'm just like, that is fine. I'm just ragging on that aspiration, I guess. Through because this is a person I don't like. It's totally remarkable when people can make a living off their looks. I get it, you know, but I don't like this person, so I'm fucking shitting on them relentlessly. Yeah, exactly. It's like, it's my statement. If he had asked, hey, what happened to Heifer, she could have just sent the tweet to him and been like, this is what happened to her, you know? And I was, thank you, Mudong. Appreciate them, Ming. But yeah, I'm okay. I'm just animation industry. Fucking shit, bro. Exhausting. Everything in life is so exhausting, bro. And sad, I guess. Nothing is what I thought it would be. Friendship, life, work, nothing. Yeah, exactly. It's being charismatic and stuff too, and I'm just like, you have the personality of like a piece of cardboard, bro. Like you're not gonna go nowhere with it. Like, sometimes, sure, there are people who, like, especially in the VTuber scene, people get popular, like their VTuber persona gets popular because of their cool design. But then after a while, people are like, this is kind of boring. Like, you don't really have a personality. This is not all the time, obviously. It's not all the time. This is just sometimes. People pay, like, egregious amounts of money for a nice model, and they'll pay for, like, a really fancy fucking layout and shit. And then they'll be very popular for a time, but then their personality is really boring or something, and then people will fall off. Or people are just, like, very chill with, like, yeah, I like this design, I'll stick around, you know? Dude, I know. And she would always, like, compare our traumas. And when I blocked her, because I realized she was, like a really shitty person who would just keep ghosting me every time she got a boyfriend, then she was like, she sent like a letter through my sister to give to me because she's fucking manipulative like that and wants to turn my sister against me, but it didn't work. Obviously, because my sister has brain cells and it's just like, oh my god, this bitch is fucking embarrassing. But she said something like, did it never cross your mind that like I needed time to grieve and that I was sad, or I was hanging out with my friends and I needed alone time and blah 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 shit like that? And she's like, you of all people should understand what it is to need to grieve and blah blah blah. And I'm just like, yeah, I do fucking understand, but the problem is I'm trying to grieve and do my thing, but I don't like exile the rest of the world. And I saw her saying like I needed time alone, but I was also hanging out with my boyfriend and my other friends. Like, can't you understand? I'm like, okay, well those things can't like exist at the same time. I don't think. You know, being like, I'm not talking to you because I need to grieve, but also I'm hanging out with my boyfriend. And I'm like, okay, well, that doesn't make any sense to me. But yeah, she would always compare our traumas like that. And I'm like, dude, your grandma who loved you passed away. And I'm sorry about that. That sucks, you know? I was there for you. I messaged you, see if you were okay. You did not fucking care about me. You did not even ask if I was okay out of your own volition. The only way that you knew that my mom was going to die by lethal injection was because I tweeted about it. And you didn't even ask me if I was okay or how things were like going, you know? And like, it's not the same thing, you know? And I was there for her, and I messaged her like every few days whenever, because she was like silent because, you know, cleaning up the houses in Korea and stuff, selling stuff, like attending funeral shit. It's a lot. But I was like trying to be there and comfort her as much as I could. But then it wasn't reciprocated, you know? And I was just seen as a nuisance when I was like, my mom's gonna die tomorrow and I'm gonna be there to see it. And you like literally do not give a shit. And now you're using it just as gossip material. Like, it was infuriating. Yeah, exactly. Like she always would say shit like, oh my god, like I never, or in the letter she was like, I never thought that, like, friends grow apart, but I never thought it'd be you. And she kept saying stuff like, it's clear that you never gave a shit about me, that you never cared about me, that I was just a toy for you to use. And I was like, I think you're just projecting. I mean, the entire letter was her projecting, because literally everything she said I did is what she did to me. So it was all projecting, and I recognized that. And I was just like, I told you I love you like a sister, and I would never hate you. And you never said that back to me. And you never said I love you like family, or like you matter a lot to me or anything like that. So like, you know, the person who didn't care in the situation was her, obviously. And I realized I was only really being kept around because I was like successful. And you know, it goes back to like the whole Marie Kondo thing. Like, you hold on to things because of the time that's invested in it, and because of the memories that are attached to that thing, right? And that goes with people too. And like, I even realized with like friendships I rekindled from the past and stuff, I'm like, I still like this person, but it's not the same, you know? Like, time has changed us, and that's totally fine. And I don't want to just hang on just because, you know, we used to be like best friends. That doesn't mean we're still best friends, right? And I think just with her, I realized the memories we had were good. And I even like told her in the voice notes I sent her, like, we were friends. We had a lot of fun together. I really, really cared about you. I wanted to stay friends with you until we were nasty old fucking grandmas, you know? But I can't, because you're not a good person. And I've just held on to this because you made me feel like you were the only friend I could have, or that I was allowed to have, and that like it was impossible for me to be loved by other people, like whether it be romantically or like, you know, in just like a friendly way. And so I have to let go because I'm unhappy. And now that like I've been diagnosed with shit and I'm being treated for it, I can see what you've done to me and I'm not happy about it. So I'm letting go. And then, you know, when you let go of a narcissist and you don't need them anymore, they spiral, they flip out and shit, you know? But like we had good times, which is the part that sucks. But it's like this doesn't bring me good energy. And it goes back to the idea of like you are as good as the sum of the 5 people who are around you or whatever, right? And I'm like, you literally have done nothing with your life. And you're not any closer to having done anything with your life. And I feel dragged down by you. Whenever I talk about my accomplishments, you just get mad and jealous. And you don't seem that impressed. And then I get embarrassed that I'm talking about like this voice acting role that I booked. Or that I'm talking about something that I'm really passionate about. You don't care, you know? And like it's hard to realize that, but I think it's also hard to just let go of it while saying we had a good run. And I feel like people just can't do that. And that's why like I blocked her and I didn't interact with her anymore because I was like it's hard to say we have to let go. Like we have to let go of each other. It's done, right? So I was like we're just going to fade away. You know, we're not going to talk anymore. It's going to be fine. But then when I blocked her, I found out she was stalking my profile, like, religiously. And that's the only way she knew that I blocked her everywhere, is because she was stalking my social media when I'm like, you could have just been talking to me, but instead you were stalking me to see what I was doing and to see if I missed you and to see what I was up to instead of just, like, talking to me. Because, you know, people like her, they just want the power of knowing that they're having an impact on you and they're making you feel miserable and because they're not talking to you and stuff. And then when I started moving on and talking to old friends and new friends and stuff like that, she started like following those people and talking to those people and trying to get the inside scoop about me and stuff. And it's very scary and very cringe, you know, to have someone just like refuse to talk to you because they want to hurt you. And then as soon as you refuse to talk to them, then they go complete psycho mode and they start going after everybody, you know? And instead of like sending me the message where I'm just like, where she sent like that stupid letter again through my sister to me, my sister was pissed and she had ways to send it to me. She was just like, I got blocked everywhere. I'm like, you weren't blocked on all these websites, so I don't know what you're talking about, but you're blocked now, so suck my dick and choke on it. Yeah, she sent a like notes app thing to my sister, and then I responded with a bunch of voice notes so that she could hear just how done I was. Because I said, I'm not gonna be a fucking pussy and send a note through your best friend or your brother. I'm gonna talk to you like this and tell you how I feel. And you can hear exactly how I feel because I'm not a fucking baby. I'm not a coward. Okay? Ooh. I'm freaking, I'm spicy right now. Oh god, I have to scroll up. Sorry. Yeah, I'm glad she's not in my circle either. She was a real bitch. And apparently a bunch of people who I used to hang out with in high school were like, yeah, I felt like I was never allowed to really like become close friends with you because it's like Sally would always be like hovering around you and would be really possessive of you. And so I felt like I couldn't really like, I wasn't allowed to be your friend. And I was so mad and sad when I heard that. I was like, I had no idea. I'm so sorry, you know? But like, I don't know. It wasn't a fake friendship. It was a real friendship, but she was just too possessive and too obsessed. And so when I decided to kind of like take back power, I guess, and just decided I'm done, she didn't like that. She's like, I can't control this anymore. I'm mad. I'm pissed. I'm going to spiral. And that's exactly how my mom was too, you know? And I'm like, damn, I have mommy issues and it shows. Yeah, like ours, I feel you. Like I have people who like I keep forgetting to like keep in contact with, but you know, life is just exhausting. But it's nice to know that there are people, nice people, cool people, you know, who you can just hit up and they'll just be like chill and vibe with you, you know? It's always nice to know that. People are fucked. Oh no, I had a really close friend. And when his sister died, I helped him move house, and he was there for him. And a few months later, he got married. I didn't even get invited to the wedding. What? And was told they didn't think we were that close. Bitch, are you fucking serious, dude? Holy shit. Like, oh my god, Mudong. I would be so fucking mad. Or not even mad, just like heartbroken and confused. Like, what the fuck, dude? Oh my god, my heart. That hurts, dude. I'm so sorry that happened. What the fuck, dude? Oh, you want to rekindle friendships with people. It's been so long. Yeah, and then you realize how much things have changed. But like, I have there's no harm in trying, you know? Because I have rekindled friendships and just like started talking to people. And like, sure, our friendships don't go that deep anymore. Not as deep as they used to. But like, they're still a friend. And they're still someone I can talk to. And that I can lean on for like, just to like, you know, I don't expect them to fucking come to my aid and like rescue me or anything, but like, I know that if I need a favor or something, they'll probably show up if they can handle it, you know? And that's pretty much all I need out of friends right now. I don't need to have the like, oh, my found family. I don't necessarily need that anymore, you know? Cause pain.jpg. Yeah. No, it is true. Because, like, with narcissistic people, especially covert narcissists, they are so miserable and they cannot be quote unquote fixed, you know? They are stuck like that forever. And they're going to push everybody away if they don't acknowledge their flaws and what they do is shitty. They're going to push everybody away. And that's miserable, you know? There's a breaking point for everybody. Yeah, narcissistic people, they are impossible to deal with, bro. Yeah. Because I'm like, I'm gonna beat you up. Well, yeah, I'm much more, my fuse is much shorter when it comes to like strangers, especially. I'm just like, you pissed me off, I'm gonna fucking clap back, okay? Because I'm tired. I've dealt with this a lot. I'm a quarter dead. It's go time, you know? I'm too tired to fucking deal with people who are fucking assholes and idiots, you know? Ours, I'm glad as well. It's not fun. It's really difficult to navigate it, you know? Yeah, exactly. Like, you know, I like having my random miscellaneous bros around, and it's very comfy, you know? Ugh. Hit the like button, like and subscribe and follow. I think I'm actually eligible. I got an email being like, you're eligible for Twitch partnership. Yeah. I was like, okay. And then I never did anything with that. I don't know if I'm supposed to do anything with that. I think I am. I think I have to like do something to officially be partner, but I also like don't care enough at the same time. It's like, there's a part of me that's like, oh yeah, it'd be very cool to make money from Twitch, but then I'm just like, I'm not consistent enough with streams or interesting enough with streams to like actually, you know, be a Twitch streamer or anything, you know? Oh, ADHD is such a bitch. And you think everyone hates you and you take everything really personally. This is from my experience, you know. I'm not saying this is everybody, but yeah, like I had like mad trust issues. I was dying inside. I could not forge bonds. I kept thinking everyone hated me. It was really bad, really bad. And then like neurotypical people would be like, pretty much like, why can't you just like give people a chance or whatever? And I'm like, I don't know. I really do not know. Yeah, it's really painful, bro. And so that's why I'm like really happy that I've been medicated, because like honestly, even if I didn't get medicated, I know I talk about it a lot, but like it's probably one of the greatest things I've ever done in my life is fucking get medicated, bro. But that's the only reason I'm streaming, you know? It's because I don't like care anymore. and I feel comfortable enough with me and not so like nerdy about everything that I can just fucking talk and I can just be myself online, and I just feel like 100% comfy, you know? Because like this is the way that I am with my sister. Obviously, I'm more low key off stream, you know, because I'm trying to. On stream, I just get really jazzed. I don't know, and I'm louder and much more energetic for the most part on stream. But off stream, it's like the same energy, just toned down. You know, and I have to be really happy just to like fucking be me and to, you know, portray my true energy and everything. So. Yeah. Oh my god, right? Mudong, it's so fucking painful. It hurts. It hurts so much. Yeah. Oh my god, dude, the panic is so fucking real, dude. Like, I'm always scared I'm gonna say the wrong thing too. And now, like, I used to have really good coping mechanisms for it. Sorry, I had to put my microphone away a little bit. I used to have really great coping mechanisms for it. But I'm really glad that I still utilize them. I think I have to like up my dosage to maybe like 25 milligrams or 30 milligrams of Adderall. Not sure. I'm at 20 right now. But like I don't have to cope quite as much with my anxiety and just be like, because the way I used to like cope with my anxiety, I would tell myself, look, talking to the 7-Eleven store clerk they're not gonna fucking kill you, you know? You might have an embarrassing moment, but you're not gonna fucking die. That's how I navigated life, was like, the worst thing that can happen is you're gonna die. And that's the only way I could convince myself to do fucking anything. And now sometimes I have, like, panicky, anxious moments. Like, of course, that's just normal for people, even if they don't have anxiety disorders and stuff. You just have moments where you're just like, oh, God. But, it's not nearly as bad, you know? Yeah. Well, honestly, I think I said this before as well. With ADHD, anxiety and depression and even OCD are comorbid. So if you have ADHD, you probably have anxiety and depression or depression. And there's a chance you have OCD because that's also comorbid with ADHD. Pretty much like the way that I learned about it on when I was YouTubing shit to like learn about ADHD and stuff, it's like when you have ADHD, especially as a Wambin, it generally presents differently than men's, but this is more of the attention deficit side of it. And of course, men's can have this as well, but I'm just, you know, disclaimer. Basically, when you have ADHD, people see it as a personality trait. You know, you're ditzy, you're airheaded, you're an idiot, you know? Because you can't remember stuff, you forget stuff all the time, you forget where you put things, that kind of thing. Like, you're so funny, you're so like, you're just a ditzy airhead, and you're like, oh my god. But then when you forget things all the time, and you misplace things, and you forget what you're saying, and you can't build friendships, then you start to form anxiety, and you start to get stressed about everyday things, which just... Oh, yeah, I'll see you later then, Maribel. Yeah, thank you for stopping by, homie. I hope your dishes went well. And have a good dinner, homie. I'll talk to you later, girl. I'll probably send you some sides later because I'm trying to work on things, you know. Yeah. But yeah, thank you for stopping by, homie. I appreciate you. And, okay, as I was saying, you forget things, you have these quote-unquote personality traits of being an airhead, yeah? And then you get anxious because you keep forgetting things and you can't talk to people, and you have like this is me and my sister both have this issue where we have auditory issues, where if somebody is talking to me or us, I will understand technically what the words are, but I won't understand what they're saying, and it's very stressful. Because my brain just kind of like does the dial tone or the dial-up tone when somebody is talking. Like if they're like, hey, sorry, voice crack. If they're like, hey, how are you doing? Then I don't know, like I know the words they are saying, but I don't understand what they're saying. It's hard to explain unless you've kind of experienced it. And that makes me very anxious. And that is like from my ADHD, because auditory issues is a ADHD thing as well. And so I get very stressed and anxious. And because I'm so anxious, I don't go outside. I don't go and do things, which makes me depressed. And then it's just a big cycle and it never ends. Oh yeah, bro, same. I often describe the way that I felt before Adderall was I'm an NPC and I'm just kind of like a co-pilot in my body, just like watching myself do things, you know? And I would be so airheaded, and I always had this like this static in my head, and I couldn't think straight. I couldn't do anything because it was just having like all these bees in my head just making noise constantly, and it was really tough to deal with. And I distinctly remember it started flaring up really bad when I started working. My ADHD got so bad, and the anxiety and the depression got so bad. And I was just having a horrible time at work because it was hard for me to understand things. It was hard for me to process what people were saying. And then I was just really anxious, and some days I couldn't even go into work because I was just like in tears because I was so anxious and mad at myself and stuff. Yeah. Just a lot. Just a lot, bro. Mm-hmm. Yeah. No, like there's a lot of like that's a troubling part of mental health is that a lot of different mental health problems sound very similar. You know, it takes a lot of time of understanding and working through things and kind of like looking things up and stuff and trying to understand yourself and what you're honestly going through. That like it's hard to figure out what you have. So I'm pretty glad that I figured out it was ADHD fairly quickly, and my life has improved very much because of it, thankfully. Mm-hmm. Oh my god, Mudang, I used to do that. I remember one time in school, someone was like, blah, 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 and I was like, what? And they were like, blah, 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 and then I was like, dot, 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 what? And they were like, oh, no, it's fine, whatever. And then I registered like a minute later that they were asking if I could like give them a piece of paper. And I was mortified because I was just like, oh my god. Why didn't I understand what they were saying? No, I totally feel you, dude. I used to have such little self-worth. I would always think like, well, I'm a piece of shit. I'm the scum of the earth. I deserve nothing. That's why I had like no friends because I wouldn't allow people close or anything. Because I was scared, and I was always like, you don't deserve anything. Like you're the worst person. And you know, your best friend says you suck too, and they treat you like shit, so clearly you don't deserve anything. And yeah, it sucks. Yeah, it's really difficult. ADHD is a fucking pain in the ass. I totally feel you, man. If I wasn't so like stubborn and annoying, I don't know if I would have been able to hold the job down. It would have been really difficult, I think. Oh, Mudang, all the time. My obsession and hyperfixation usually lasts like quite a while, but I do have like I got really obsessed with hydroponic tanks for a really long time. Well, not really long time, for like a week. And then I was like, I have to make sure I really want to do this because it's a lot of money to do hydroponic tanks and a lot of maintenance and care and stuff. Then I was like, okay, yeah, I want to do this. And then turns out, no, I was just hyperfixating on hydroponic tanks, and I didn't really want to do it, and I didn't have the desire to continue doing it because it's hard, you know, to start out. And so I was like, ugh. But then I do have like my YouTube search history, or not search history, watch history will be full of one thing for like a day, and I'll be like, wow, I really like this one thing, and they'll never return to it ever again. I think it's a little more normal. I'm not really sure though. Oh yeah, I hate making new friends too. And then, like with me, I'm just really unlucky. So whenever I did open myself up to make new friends, they quote unquote betrayed me, or like they, you know, made me feel like shit, or talk behind my back, or like, you know, never helped me feel included in shit. And so I'm still pretty wary of making new friends, but like I just trust my gut feeling now. And if I'm just like, you know, I kind of feel like shit after that interaction, or like I feel kind of weird about this, then I trust that. Dude, bro, Danley, I get you. That fucking me too, bro. Fucking me too. Like, it's the randomest fucking shit that I hyperfixate on too. Like, I hyperfixated on, what was it? At home boba kits, you know? I hyperfixated, I did a bunch of research, and I was just like, huh, interesting. And like, it spiraled. And like, the one thing that I'm glad I hyperfixated on was plants, because I'm still like interested in that hobby. So I'm like, okay, this is a genuine hobby that I'm into. I'm very glad I found it. It's very peaceful for me. Very comforting to do this hobby, blah, 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 you know? Oh my god. Oh my god. And same with video games. I hyperfixate on them, and then I lose my life forever. And that's why I try not to play video games too much anymore, just because I don't have any self-control. Oops. Yeah, exactly. Like, sometimes all I watch is the dodo. I just want to watch videos of cats for days on end. And then suddenly, I'm on a true crime kick. And then after that, I'm just like, why would I ever watch true crime like that? And I unsubscribe from all the channels that I subscribe to that cover true crime. And then I get back on my true crime kick, and then I go and resubscribe. And it's just a perilous journey. Oh, I get you too. Like, you think about a thing so much that you just have to buy it. Yeah, I 100% understand. And like, I'm slowly learning to control it, or to kind of bypass it a little bit. It's hard, but I'm doing my bestest to not hyperfixate on things and then buy them when I'm not that interested in them, you know? Because I'm like, I always have to, I go through the stages of grief every time I think about buying something. I'm just like, am I going to use this? Am I going to be sad that I bought this? Do I need to buy this? It's just that. It's like every choice I make, I act like it could end the universe. Bear with us, all your obsessions. Yeah. Oh my god, Leon, that is so fucking relatable. Like, you know that feeling when you finish like a really good book or a game, and then after you're done, you just kind of like close the book and stare at nothing, and you're just like, I'm never going to feel this again. That's me with the things I hyperfixate on. Excuse me. And I'm just like chasing that feeling, you know, of like this really good book just ended. That kind of energy. And that's just that. I just chase it. I chase it. Oh my god, fountain pen fixation. Bro, me too. Calligraphy and fountain pens, and I have not touched my fountain pen in like decades. Oh my god. Dude, me too. Oh my god, I'm like, oh, I should get some Muji stuff. I should get some a pencil holder. And then I look at myself and I'm like, bitch, you don't even fucking draw in sketchbooks. What are you doing? And I'm like, why am I doing this? Because I will like look through like Amazon listings and read reviews for everything for like 80 years, and then be like, wait, I don't need this though. Why am I, what am I doing here? Yeah, I fucking love fountain pens, man. They're fucking awesome. I used to journal like a lot, so I use fountain pens for it. Now I kind of want to get another fountain, or at least I want to find where my fountain pen is, because I like writing with them. They're really nice. Really cozy, you know? I'm just like, wow, I feel like a cool guy right now. So fancy. Yeah, I have like a huge cartridge of ink and stuff. And I'm like, I don't even know where my fountain pen is though. So nice, right? Yeah, I like think same. I think same here. One of them was for art that I used. It was like the dip type. And then the other one was cartridges, just because it's easier for writing and stuff. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, exactly. Exactly, Leon. That's the energy. No, it's okay, Mudong. Just get a cheap one off Amazon. And that's what I did. That's sorry. I live my life through cheap fountain pens and then am stunned when they break. I'm like, what? How could this have happened? How could I have foreseen this from happening? I do not understand. Always afraid of smudging. I get ink all over myself. It's a pain. But then I'm like too committed. And I'm like, I like writing with it. And then I just have to leave my journal open and then just like wait for the ink to dry. But I do like writing with ballpoint pen way more. Just because I can really press down, you know? Same with pencil. I like the feeling of graphite against paper. It grounds me a little bit. Oh shit, okay. I have to like actually go to work because it's been like 2.5 hours. Wow. Yeah, it's been 2.5 hours. That's a good length stream. Okay. I was like, this is gonna be like a 30-minute stream in the morning, and then it just kept going because it was fun and we're talking about shit and stuff. Oh my gosh. Anyway, I think yeah, I'm gonna wrap here and do some work, and then probably futz with something else because I have like nothing to do at work right now, but I should still like be present for it. Doesn't join streams sometimes. Yeah. Yeah, man, I'm glad too, Leon. And I mean, I'm trying, like, I do my bestest to like foster an environment that is welcoming and chill and like I totally understand. Like, we are our own worst enemies, and trust me, whenever I start streams, I'm just like, why are you even doing this? What are you trying to achieve? Are you trying to get people to like you? Like, people are gonna. Then I'm just like, I don't know. I just want to do it. I just want to start talking. So eat my ass at myself. And yeah, I just we gotta combat ourselves. We gotta stop ourselves from being our own worst enemies. You know how it be. But here comes the now missed match. See you next time, screen. Yeah, thank you guys for stopping by. I'm glad we had some good chats this morning. I keep forgetting that it's not the weekend. It's Wednesday today, I think. And I will try my best to stream again sometime soon, cause it's very fun, and yeah. But yeah, have a good day, my mentally ill homies, and I hope I catch you in the next stream, or I hope you guys can catch the VOD if you're interested in everything, and yeah, I'll talk to you guys later. Have a good day or night or evening is night, weekend. It's not the weekend. Shit, afternoon is what I was looking for. Okay, bye guys.